Hello and welcome back to another episode of Girls in the Grandstand. Today we are back to talk all things Japan Grand Prix, which clearly nothing happens. I don't know what we're going to talk about. But how did everyone find that race?
Snooze.
It was it is probably one of the most boring races I've watched for a really long time. To be honest.
Yes.
I think the conversation in the cool down room with us between Oscar and Lando sums it up pretty well.
Is that the highlight? Yeah, cool. Okay.
Nothing happened.
Literally nothing happened.
I think Oscar's such like a when they were in the cool down room and they was talking about the incident. Oscar's such a menace for like bringing it up straight away, like I'm going to bring this up now so we can talk about it.
That is the only thing to talk about, though. I mean, Lando was very, very cheeky. He knew that he was in the wrong there. When you listen to his interviews, he's just like, "Yeah, I knew he couldn't go anywhere." It's just the radio afterwards, just like, "Oh, come on, he forced me off." I was just like, "He didn't know,
Did he
didn't
know?
he?"
Really though, did it? You can't really be doing that.
No.
Looked like he just fancied trying to cut the grass and make sure they didn't set on fire again.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, and you had yourself to blame.
Yeah. And that's it.
Bye. See you later. See you next week.
Probably gonna be another boring one. Oh god.
Yeah, at least we're done with the early get-ups now. We've got them out of the way for us.
Well, we
3
got
in a row
one,
is just ridiculous.
one in November for Las Vegas, but apart from that, we're done. Why? Who decided to put them all in a row at the start of the season, though? I would love to know whose idea that was.
All these Europeans can suffer first. They can suffer at the get-ups early.
Yeah. I'm going to say somebody like not European thought, you know what? You lot can have a go for the first 3.
Yeah. We get it for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I know, I feel like so bad because we moan so much. Like we literally, that's it now. That's us pretty much done.
Like 4 races and that's it. They've got like the whole season.
Yeah.
They're just like, right, you can have a taste of your own medicine with this bit. We'll just put them all at the beginning.
Yeah.
All in one chunk.
I don't think we'd have minded today's too much if it was actually an interesting race. I feel as though like the early starts, you need them to be interesting just to make it worthwhile more. Whereas today it was just like seeing the highlights of lap 1 to then 6 to then 23, 44, and then the end of the race. It was just like, I don't know how they made that many highlights.
Yeah, just picked it out for now. I'll just put this in, make it look interesting.
Yeah, this looked quite good. We'll put that in a highlight.
I'm very disappointed that I got up at 6 for it.
Yeah, I was as well.
I'm disappointed. I'm upset by it.
I wasted my sleep to get up for that
I
race.
didn't even go back to bed afterwards either, so disappointing.
You take a leaf out of my book, girls.
just sleep for the whole thing.
Yeah, you know me.
just don't wake up. You did wake up though, just not for very long.
3 minutes.
That we went back to bed. That's how it should be.
And then we literally watched it later, and by I think like 4, I was like, okay, I'm bored, and we just was fast forwarded it, and nothing on the board was changing. Not one person was changing. I was like, oh my god.
I know.
Pretty much skipped through like the whole thing.
No, I was talking to someone about it this afternoon, and I said, "Yeah, the top 6 finished where they qualified." And they were just like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Literally nothing happened. I was just like, great. I think it needed a little bit of rain. Like it was promised rain, didn't get rain. It was very boring.
It was.
You always need a bit of rain just to spice it up. Just panic rain, make everybody panic, and then everybody pits, and then it stops and starts to dry up, and then everyone panics again. That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what today needed.
Yeah.
We needed the chaos. Although we did end up with a very sassy Alex Albon down the radio, which was very interesting.
I've never heard that side of him before. That's like a whole different alley.
He's so like nice and like he's probably like one of like, apart from Oscar, he's just way too laid back. Alex is so nice and like just like a cute little boy, and then when you hear him on the radio, you're like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh,
Get him in that car.
He just gets so mad.
Yeah, he was
Bless
very
him.
mad.
They were quite entertaining radios to listen to. I was
Yeah.
like, are we sure that, like, when it comes up with Albon, I was like, are we sure this is Albon's radio?
Yeah.
I've never
Like,
seen him
are they,
disagree before.
are they
Charles
having a
seemed
little
very
glitch?
done with his race engineer as well. Again. It
Again.
feels like every single race this year so far, Charles's radio has just been like, yes, I know, you have told me. There's a reason I'm not doing it. There's a reason I'm not listening to you. It's so funny.
I do wonder if Lewis, like, do you think he has regrets of I mean, he should have known. He knows what they're like. Like, come on, everyone knows what a Ferrari are like. Like, I don't know. I suppose it's everyone's dream to drive there, but when they get there, it's just nothing but disappointment all the time.
I mean, it's quite early, but yeah, so far it seems like same old Ferrari. So
I do wonder what he would have been like in Red Bull.
Yeah. But then again, the car's not very good this year, is it?
Imagine how
I mean, Max
mad
had dragged it
Toto
this
would have been.
weekend, but
so one of the cars isn't very good this year. Is it the car? Or is it the drivers? Who knows?
I know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long do we think, I apologise for saying this, Jen, Alpine going to give Jack Doohan now?
If he crashes again, he's out. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way he should have made that mistake that he did. I'm
He
sorry,
did not
but
help
there's
himself
no way.
at all.
I just
I
don't
want
think
Franco back.
I don't
Yeah,
think he'll be there long.
please, yeah.
We need him
Yes.
back. It might add the chaos we need.
Could do. Yeah, I don't think.
Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday when he crashed and he was like, oh, not seeing anything like that since Franco in Vegas. But Franco was like, what the hell?
Why are you attacking me?
Did I do?
What are you bringing me into this for?
Thanks. Franco sat there like, what?
Not done anything. What do you want to know?
Franco's just there like, yeah, but that Williams was falling apart underneath me, so it's fine.
I can only do what I could do, okay?
Like the amount of duct tape that could have been on that car at the end of the season.
Yeah, that car was got to have been mostly taped by the end of the season. Oh gosh.
No, it was a pretty bad crash, wasn't it? I don't know why.
Yeah, it was bad. It was big crash.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd think that would be a thing to do. Like, let's just open the DRS, shall we?
Honestly.
No.
I watched some of the interviews after, and someone asked him about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'd prefer not to comment on that. That's in the past now." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't."
I don't want to talk about that issue, okay? Leave me alone.
Oh god, that would have been an expensive job.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they replaced everything except the power unit, I think.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was watching the replays and how the rear wing just disintegrated on impact. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, you can't be doing things like that, can you?
No.
Not when you know there's somebody there just waiting to replace you.
Yeah.
Like every race, Franco's just appearing behind him, just getting closer and closer. Like putting on a different piece of like the race suit. Like last week it was the boots, this time it's the gloves. Next thing you know, it's just getting more and more.
Just getting in the car. Getting in the car at this point.
Just yeet him out and get in.
The next one it'll be the helmet, and then he'll be getting in the car.
Yeah.
It was at least Isaac seemed a bit more comfortable in the car today.
Felt so bad for him qualifying. Like I was sat there watching it when we were coming off from London. And I was just like, he seemed in so much pain. I was just like,
it was when they were showing his camera from the inside when they were adjusting it, and his face was just like that does not look fun.
No.
Little radios as well yesterday. It was so like sad.
Yeah, I know.
Felt for him. Just a baby.
He did well today though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Finishing 8th.
Did.
Yeah.
3 rookies in the points. It was. Yeah, I've run out of things to say about it, to be honest.
don't think there is anything more to say. That's one.
Kimmy
Claren on the podium again.
Kimmy having a good race again, as in he like got the fastest lap in history at Suzuka now.
He did,
in
yeah.
Kilfred.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Yeah, 3 rookies in the points, and I'm glad that Kimmy's proving me wrong in a way. Obviously, you can go back and you can listen to last season's. I said openly that I didn't think it was a good idea putting him in that car, but yeah, he's proven me wrong so far. So I am pleased about that. He's pretty good so far.
Done well to keep up with George. I mean, it's no secret I'm not George's biggest fan, but what can't deny that he's not good because he is.
No, yeah.
He's done well to, stay there with him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have got a good duo going now at Mercedes with them two, because like the same cars, similar talent with drivers now, seeing that Kimmy's able to keep up with George, so it is one of them where Mercedes I do think are going to be like the slowly moving up, because they're just going to be very consistent.
So that's the problem. That's the problem that Red Bull have got with the constructors. You've got the likes of McLaren, both amazing, talented drivers, and they've got an amazing car, so they're always going to be finishing up there. They're always consistent. Mercedes have been showing that they can be consistent this year with Kimi next to George. Ferrari might be a bit here and there, but you've got Max, who obviously today, and his qualifying lap yesterday was spectacular.
Yeah, it was unreal.
That was incredible for him to put that on pole. But then you've got the second car. And I'm sorry, but I know it's Yuki's first time in the car. Let's maybe give him the benefit of the doubt for this race. But if he continues like that as well, I think Red Bull really need to seriously have a look at that car. Because it can't just be all of these drivers coming through that are this far off the pace. It can't be.
No, definitely not.
It's just the car's made for Max, isn't it? Which is fine, but you also you're never going to have anyone else if you're not going to adapt to them also.
No, exactly. We all know that.
Red Bull go.
We all know that. And they probably know that. They just don't want to admit it. So they just prefer going through the whole of their driver academy, and it's just getting silly now.
They still should have put Carlos in there or die on that hill.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd have preferred Carlos to have gone to Red Bull and Franco stayed at Williams. Like, of course, I'm biased, but anyway, that we can keep Franco on the grid. But I do think Carlos in the Williams, I don't think it's working that well or as good as it could be. Whether it's like, I'm not sure what it could be, but it's just he's not there and Alex is. And it's like the same we've had over the past few seasons of Alex has always outperformed the second driver, which I never expected this season. I thought they'd be on a par. But you're still seeing Alex quite a bit higher than Carlos. So I do hope that he's still just settling into the Williams, because it is going to be completely different setup to Ferrari and the chaos that he went through there. But it is still a bit of a one that you look at thinking,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone expected him, because I mean, at Ferrari, he, for me, was always the better driver than Charles. And I just think he needed, I don't know, I just think he's been with Red Bull before. He's older. He's got more, he can handle being in that seat mentally, because all they're doing now is just bringing all these kids in and just ruining them.
Yeah. Breaking them down slowly.
Yeah,
like, I've seen it with Pierre. Thankfully,
somebody
he's a hell of a lot happier. So it's crazy what that second Red Bull seat can do to some drivers.
Yeah.
They're just ruining, I don't know, you're just knocking all the confidence down before they've even had a start.
Yeah.
2 bloody races. They gave him 2 races. It's just, I love that
every single driver is just like, it's just ridiculous. There's no way. Even Lewis came out and said, there's no way you take someone out after 2 races. Like
you say now,
the fact they didn't even tell him. That's what annoyed me the most. That they didn't even tell him.
One race and didn't do so well. So so if he does the next race, then Liam will be like, right, well, he's out now. And then what do you do? We're gonna just keep swapping them back and forth, or Like, I don't know what she
Go down the driver academy all the way down to like F4.
Yeah, like
Bring
where,
them in.
where
give
do
everyone
you
2
go
races
from here?
each.
Well, like
But
a
I guess-
12-year-old karting kid in.
Yeah.
They might as well just go through the whole like team of mechanics at this point. Like, just
Yeah.
come on, everyone should have a go.
Put them in.
Do
Why
you
not?
fancy a try? We'll go
Give
and
it a
have a go
go.
as well. Why not? We'll give
Yeah.
it a go.
All of the mechanics stood there playing rock, paper, scissors for who gets the next go in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny, but it's true. It's definitely
Literally, it's so true.
so bad.
Crazy.
I would just would have put Carlos there. Silly for not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't make the rules.
No, that's it.
If we did, I think this grid would be chaotic.
I think it would.
Yeah.
We'd have drivers from everywhere in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Be like, oh, you've never driven a single seater, but yeah, you get in that car.
You can have
that
one.
one's yours.
Give it a go. Go on.
If some people are a head start, you're like a 5-second head start, and then you go in the opposite way.
You're going backwards.
All of our favourites are always at the front of the grid.
Yeah.
We don't need
Yeah.
qualifying. We'll just set the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not having, we'll have like 5 in a row.
Yeah, 5 in a row, not just one. Because it's got to be fair.
Yeah.
We've all got to each have a favourite driver on the front of the grid,
We'll space it out.
We'll have to do that for an episode. We'll have to create our like dream grid. We all get a team,
Yeah.
pick 2 drivers and a reserve, and we just see what would happen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be really interesting.
That would be. Definitely.
Especially if we're looking not just in the world of F1,
Everywhere else.
Everywhere.
from everywhere else.
I only
'Cause
watch
I-
F1, so I'm all right.
I've got a few drivers in loads of different series, so just bring them all over.
Yeah.
The grid
all
goes
might
from
well
being
go around,
20 to 80.
Yeah.
Just a traffic jam on the grid.
Yeah.
To take it in turns for setting off just to spread out a bit of space.
Yeah. You'll have to leave big time gaps between or do it in groups.
Nah, just let them
Yeah.
all go at once.
Let them all go.
Chaos. Bring the chaos.
The
Bring wacky races
never-ending
back.
pit lane.
80 cars on Monaco.
Oh god.
Don't need a pit lane. We don't need to be pitting. That's wasting
Don't
time.
need to pit. Just go on the tire you've got on. You'll be fine.
80 cars would take up sort of like the first quarter of the Monaco circuit. So by the time the ones at the front get round, there's still going to
Way
be
to go.
some. Yeah, that would just be.
Oh,
We will.
God.
I want to see that now, just to see
Yeah.
what it would look like.
We'll pick the idea for 2F1 and see if they
Yeah.
accept it.
How do you feel about an 80 driver grid?
But we say who's on it.
Yeah.
We get to choose them all.
We make the rules. Definitely no pits.
Yeah.
No pits, just
No,
one
that's not
tyre.
3 lap shootout. Excited for that now.
I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Be more
A lot more
entertaining to watch than
entertaining.
Monaco anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then,
That's
we've
it.
covered the race and what we plan to do next year.
Yeah. We're changing it up so we don't get this bored again next year.
I'd happily
will
wake
bring
up
the
at 6
entertainment.
a.m. for that.
Oh yes. We'd be there. What are you talking about? Is our race?
But yeah, we made it.
Yeah, true.
We have to be there.
I'm going to be in a car as well,
I was going to say I'm on that grid.
just to add to the
I'm
chaos.
racing.
We have like the plastic like ring around it like a bumper car. I'm just going to take
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
out.
Just make them bumper cars.
Maybe that's what we need. Put them all in bumper cars and just let them go at it.
Just
Yeah.
let them go. Just
Let go.
no rules, guys. Off you go.
Do what you want.
You want to push onto the grass, you go ahead.
That'd be great. Imagine trying to do the commentary of that.
Oh God, no.
They struggle now between when you see them and they're like, "Oh, I don't actually know which driver that is. Well, there's only two of them.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Not
imagine trying to do
80.
for 80. Like,
80.
the one in the yellow car.
They'd
Yeah,
all have
one.
to have completely different cars just to make sure. Like they can be from the
Yeah.
same team, but each colour, each car is a different colour or something, just so you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a really good idea now.
Yeah. We'll pitch it and see what happens. See if
Yeah.
anything happens.
Watch
I
this
think-
space.
I think they'll love it.
Yeah.
I think the drivers would like it.
Yeah.
We're basically given a green light to push people off in a bumper car.
Yeah.
But we'll lower the speed because we can't be doing that at like 160.
Oh no, yeah, that's
No,
yeah,
no,
they'd have to
definitely not.
be
50 mile an
going a
hour
bit
max.
slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit slower than that.
Right. Next year we'll be back.
With that idea.
Just wait till Monaco next year.
You heard it here first. It was
Yeah.
our idea.
Yeah, if somebody else takes it, you know, we will be suing.
If somebody takes it.
Right then.
Well,
I think that about covers it.
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully it's a bit more exciting next weekend in Bahrain, but you know, they're notoriously not very exciting races as well. So at least we don't have to be up at 6 a.m. for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the positive I'm taking.
Every
That is-
time.
Yeah. Kay will probably still sleep through it, but we don't have to be up.
No.
I will try and stay awake.
Try.
Schedule your nap before.
Yeah, I'll have a pre-race nap.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, we'll see you next week then, I guess, for Bahrain.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.